Well, hello, my fellow car modelers. How are you doing today? Hey, we got an interesting show for you. I want to shed some light on something that is something I've noticed for a long time, and it's kind of, well, you know, I keep my mouth shut. I don't want to hurt no feelings, but I see it a lot, like extremely. I see it extremely large amounts of, like, almost all the time on one particular model kit. Gets built, which is a great model kit, and it's very popular, been around since 1990, and it's, oh, here's the original issue of it, this baby right here. It's come out with a lot of different you know, variations of it. This was the very first issue. I bought it when it came out. Love this kit. I'll even maybe show you what I was working on with this. I kind of stalled on it. And I also got another one here. Remember when around 2000, the Millennium series. But they did a lot of different versions, but the one you guys all probably really know is that one right there. All the same kit. And we're going to talk about something that I see almost everybody do that I'm going to shed a little light on you. Maybe think about it, and next time you build a 55 Chevy from this kit, you might change this up a bit. Let's check it out, okay? Not gonna make you mad, I swear. Here's my pet peeve. I'm not gonna show anybody's models. I don't want to call anybody out, but lots of times, let's just show you here, on here, or I'll just throw a picture up. But you see this right here? This spire, this piece of chrome right there. Yeah, you see that on 55 Chevys once in a while. But most of the time, especially if you're building a street machine race car or something, you kind of don't want to have that piece of chrome. So what everybody does, which I think I did, let's bust this one out. No, I hadn't started putting a chrome trim, but see, I just painted it. I wasn't gonna. I didn't want to have the chrome in the front. You know, you have the chrome in the back, but this was kind of I'd done this a long time ago. It's one that I should probably get done. And I was doing, I got the chassis all painted. I was doing a really weird independent rear suspension with this one, and I decided to pull it all off, and I'm just going to do a nice little hot rod out of it. But on this one, since I've painted it, I'm going to go ahead and put chrome there. I originally wasn't, because I was about to make the mistake that everybody makes, is when you want to have just that regular look like that. This is a chrome trim piece right here, guys. If that's taken off, you have nothing on the door. Take a look at this picture right here. See that on that? So, if you're building your 55 Chevy, take a time, and you need to sand away, which you can see I'm working on it right here. Look at that. You know what? I tell you what. This is hard to do. Let's flip the camera on, and I'm just going to point down at my bench, and we're going to take a look at these models. What the heck? Let's do that. Okay. Okay. Let's take a look at the original one, first one that came out. Like I said, I was working at a hobby shop, and this came out, and I was just stoked. And I bought this very kit, and probably, you know, I had it for a couple of years. Didn't really do anything with it, but probably like in the early 90s, I actually started working on this, and I painted. I took the deck lid off, and I was gonna go for something really cool. You see, I did that. Remember, I did that hinge system. I did a whole video on that, and I was doing a real crazy rear end. You know, that molded in exhaust. I kind of made it look good, painted, and then the kit comes with, you know, the parts to do the dual exhaust, I believe. I don't know, or I might have done this because it's a little jeefed up right there. I don't know, I might have made this actually. The kit doesn't come with extra exhaust. I don't know what I'm saying. So I mainly did that just because I hate this, and I wanted to have dual exhaust. I would love to have more like hot rod type mufflers on there, but you know, that's how it is. But I was just going for this cool look. It hasn't been cleared. I will probably, because I didn't take this off, I'll probably put some chrome on there. You can see I did the chrome trim all here. I wish there was a because the chrome trim isn't right there. If you want to do a two-tone, you need a chrome separator right there. And I just put some bare metal foil down right there. I wish there was like just a little piece. Heck, maybe I'll make it. A little resin piece you could buy to just drop it right there, and then you go ahead and chrome it. That would be really sweet to do that, so you have your two-tone split. But yeah, this is cut kit. I'll probably jump back on. I'll probably just make a really nice street rod out of it. It's not going to be anything really exciting, but this is all painted with Krylon paints back in 94. I remember doing it. I was in an apartment, and yeah, wow, it's always fun to look at old kits. But let's see what we got in here. I know down in here some of the parts from that crazy weird rear, yeah, here it is. I took it all out, but I had this crazy suspension going on in the back, and I ended up not wanting to go that route. It was pretty cool, but it was just it was kind of, it didn't look really good. It looks better out of it. But anyways, let me get this all settled down in here. I'll probably go with making a really cool cruiser out of this one day. But yep, that's the first issue of this kit. Really, really cool kit.
You're watching the Luka Cee channel on YouTube.
And I owned a couple of those kits and then traded them off or whatever, but this is a little dusty. But then, you know, I wanted to have a couple in the stash, have a couple of 55s in case I want to do something. And I had an idea for a 55, and I picked this up back in 2000 and started on this one. Got something very cool to show you in this. We're kind of going all over the place, but we're going to stick to the subject about that Spire. Here we go. This was going to be a drag car, all right? And I have, check that out. I've been working on getting rid of that exhaust, and then when you take that exhaust off, you got to add all that stuff right there. And I did I used to resin cast. I still can do it. I don't know if I'm going to ever come out with it, but that's the you recognize that. That's the 66 Nova back half. That's a resin piece I made, and it goes into the 55 really nice. And I just do a little bit of shaping. So this is going to be my drag car. Do I have drag tires in here? No, but I always have. Whoop, a set of slicks sitting over here. Let's shove it in there. Look at that bad boy. Yeah, that was the look. Yeah, I'm going to go total drag. But you can see here, I want this thing to not have all the extra chrome. This is acceptable because that's, you know, I don't like 55s when this is gone. I really don't. I think they're just, it's too a blank billboard there. But this here, you gotta get it off the door. There's nothing on the door. The doors are smooth. I did it over here too. I was working this all out. And then you gotta kind of calm this down. You've got yourself a situation of the chrome trim, which it starts right there, which is where the character line on the fender, the actual stamped in character line. And this is kind of just covers over it, but the character line ends right about there. So you need to get rid of that much, and then you really need to smooth this down. It needs to get chilled out a little bit. And you got to really look at pictures and see how you want to sand. You're going to want to sand downward, because that thing, I mean, it's, you want to just be careful not to lose that line. You want it to look good. Another thing you could do is completely take it off and then build it up with some sheet, you know, not sheet, but a little piece of styrene that's the right size. But you should be able to sand that and get that chilled out a bit so it looks good. It'll look way better. It'll look more like a true 55 Chevy. I mean, that is just way better look. Even just doing that, it just makes the 55 look a lot better, a lot cleaner. Yeah, you don't want that spire going into the door, like almost halfway down the door or more. It goes right to about there. If you're not making that a chrome piece, it's incorrect. It looks kind of wrong. Something looks off. I'm sure a lot of people go, I don't know what it is. Something looks off about that 55, and that's what it is. So yeah, I'm just letting you all know. And who knows? I'm gonna work a little more on this. I think I want to get back on this one day, because that would be it's a pretty cool chassis, huh? It's just so rough right there. I wanted to actually do a resin cast of this. Not that I won't, but I really need all that smoothed out and looking good. I lost a piece of styrene that was right there, but you see I had to, this is where the muffler used to be and the exhaust pipe all there, and I'm just trying to get, you know, I carved into it and it's just rough looking, and that just wouldn't be acceptable for a piece to sell. If I could find a 3D printer designer, I'll keep that to myself. But anyways, just kind of want to go over that with you guys. 55 Chevy, yeah. So there you go. I hope I didn't upset anybody. I see a lot of beautiful 55 Chevys done up, and they look great. I was looking at one that was really nice, and the guy did it as a kind of a relict car and all that, and all the chrome's off of it, and he had that spire going all the way into the, as a character line in the sheet metal, going all the way through the door. And now you know, so that's something to think about. It might be picky, Owen, or whatever. I don't know how you feel. Some of you might go, the heck with that. I don't care. It looks cool. I'm going to do that. Okay, that's fine. But, you know, it might now that I've brought it to light, it might change your way how you're going to build your 55 Chevy. I tell you, this when this kit came out, man, I was really stoked about it because, first of all, it was a two-door post, which I love, the whole thought of a 55 Chevy two-door post. And back in the time, I mean, it was based off of I think it was based off of the 55 Nomad that was out for, since the 60s. I think AMT did a really bang-up job. The only complaint I have about this thing, like I said, man, is that exhaust molded in. Man, if we could just not have... If we could have a chassis without that exhaust, this kit would be... love it. Anyways, thanks a ton for watching. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Keep on building them model cars. Why? Because they're freaking fun. Here's the producers.
Hello, Phoenix!
I want to kind of